Welcome folks to TNN, and today I'm all alone. Breaking news, Brian has quit. JK is just on holiday. We'll be back again, recording the rest of the videos. We'll be together. I know you guys love Nogla and Terrorizer Reacts. Don't want just Nogla Reacts. Let me know how I did today, please. Thanks. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Dragon Age Veilguard, amazing character customization. Oh boy.
The character creator in Dragon Age the Veilguard is incredible. There are so many options and sliders, from the usuals like hair color and style, eye shape, noses, all the way down to things like bulge size. Vitiligo, we got that. Heterochromia, of course.
What the fuck is that word? Oh, it's probably just the designs on face.
Asymmetrical ears, body and face tattoos, 8 different styles of glitter.
That one is nuts. It's like an orc elf Ellen DeGeneres.
The character creator also features various lighting conditions to simulate in-game environments, so rest assured you'll have full control here to make the character of your dreams. Like I did. Dude,
this character looks so fucking over everything. Oh dear. All right, well, what's the problem? Dragon Age. I don't see the issue here. It's a Gundam, tweeted. The Kuaneri went from being badass to I don't know what this even is. Dragon Age is DOA, and as a longtime fan, I am out. So I'm guessing the one on the left is the one that's supposed to be in the new game, and the one on the right is the ones in the old game. Is this like a trend in video games where you make ugly creatures, etc., prettier, and you make prettier people uglier, and it's just like everyone has to be equally ugly? Or pretty, I don't know. Yeah, they look that's pretty crazy right there. That's an insane character. Definitely exudes a lot of, you know, uniqueness. And then this is just are they supposed to be the same because of the horns? Oh my gosh. It's before, after. Before, after. Yeah, the heads look too big. It's like, yeah. I actually agree. It's like the heads are big and the bodies are small. It's definitely a very subconscious thing to point out. People take their video games quite seriously, especially if it's like an old IP that's very beloved. I'm a 108-pound woman who sits for 15 hours a day. I'm not even in my prime here. And you're telling me this is your 100% on the bum slider? What the fuck are we getting mad about right now? Dragon Age, explain how this is your most inclusive character creator yet, because I can't even make my skinny bum in the game. I don't get it. Who is this character creator made for? Because it certainly wasn't made for me. These sliders do nothing. Glute size. Okay, that's max glute size? Damn, yeah, even my glutes are bigger. Okay, she posts a picture of herself, right? What the... Is this what we're getting mad about now? I don't know if I can be on board with this. It seems like crazy nitpicking, dude. I'm not sure how I take all of this. Some of it is just plain fucking funny to me. Maybe it's because I'm not that deeply invested in this game. I don't care that much. You know, I can't have fat asses in every game. Dragon Age the Veilguard, can I cut off my breast? Yes. Oh, right. That's what people are probably most mad about. All the other stuff is kind of just like, you're just riding that train, you know? Can I add cellulite? Yes. Can I add vitiligo? Yes. Can I enlarge my chest and have thin hips to reflect my anatomy as a woman? No, you should be ashamed. Are they really saying this? That doesn't make any sense. Let's check who the director is. Sometimes you sit back and you just go, Top surgery didn't exist in medieval times. Wow, dude, what a sentence. What a sentence right there. Think of that sentence in 2024, folks. And neither did 90% of the shit that goes on in Dragon Age. They made their own world. They decided it's laws. That's kind of how world building and writing works. Like one of the biggest replies is there a reason why they don't have larger breasts though? Like who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. Everyone wants to make their ass big. Come on, man. If the crux of the argument is accuracy in a fantasy game, it's a difficult one. Now, if your argument is coming from a different angle, it's like, hey, this seems to be inserted more for like quote unquote brownie points. It doesn't actually increase the gameplay quality. You know, the whole dragons and the lore and all that, that is a core importance top surgery isn't, I'm just in video games isn't that important. If you've had top surgery and you want to play as a woman, would you just pick a woman? Like, and also aren't the scars supposed to heal? They're not supposed to stay there forever. Is your character in game just going to have them for like a year or two? They inflate a really important thing and insert into a fantasy medieval thing, right? But then they take a modern, like, dragons have always been in folklore. That's another thing too. Folklore, dragons, it's always kind of been a thing. Historically speaking, you go back so long ago and dragons have just, I don't know, humans just love dragons and dinosaurs on it. This is autism. But top surgery, I wouldn't say has nearly as long-standing historical and cultural relevance, especially in a mythological world, right? It's real now, it's a thing now, for sure. But it's like, okay, if I'm being honest, if I was a woman and I, got top surgery and I wanted to play a game, I think I would just pick the gender I wanted to be in the game, just like I picked the gender I want to be in real life. And the top surgery is kind of like, it's like, I guess they're just trying to be detailed. They're just trying to be like super detailed. But I don't know. Look at this image. This is so fucking stupid. I wish Brian was here to see this one. This is obviously very satirical. This isn't happening. Just ignore it, guys. Just play the rest of the game and ignore it, okay? Like, if the rest of the game is fine, like, you know what I mean? If you're walking down the street and you see a trans person, you're not going to stop everything you do and be like, all right, that's it. I'm not shopping. I'm not going to the coffee shop. I'm not going to do my chores. I'm going to go home. I'm going to just be mad. It's like, look, it is a part of the way the world is now. That's just the way it is. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. People will continue to add things like this in games and people will continue to be upset about it. And the reality is, like, do you really care to be in either, like, aisle of that? Because it takes commitment. It takes being involved and caring and giving opinions. And I'm just like, I just want to get coffee. I just want to get my groceries. I don't want to do my chores. I just want to play the game. Like that's my attitude. So like, if I see something like this in a video game, I'll just fucking laugh, shrug it off and move on. Every character I've seen in Veilguard looks like this. Yeah, dude, Mogum. I actually like it. This makes me want to play it more. You fucking stupid. I like it, dude. I like it. Yes. China's got it figured out. Japan. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Nintendo suing Palworld. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have filed a lawsuit against the developer of Palworld. Now, this was joked about, when Palword came out, and now it's 100% true. All the jokes became reality. Apparently, if you do that, if you joke long enough about something, it's real. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palword infringes multiple patent rights. Okay, Nintendo, considering that you striked my main YouTube channel for a mod in a Black Ops 3 Zombies game, I wonder which side I'm on. And Reddit is on the case, of course. Anyone who's pumped their fist cheering for this should be ashamed for not taking the 5 seconds to read what they're suing over, because it's not because this looks like Pokemon. They're suing over video game patents, specifically gameplay mechanics. This should sound alarm bells, as right after Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo tried to patent many basic mechanics, coding mechanics, and features that were already made and used by numerous other games. They're very much interested in expanding their litigious practices beyond clones of their game, and this could very much lead them to be stifling competition, as we have already seen in other corners of the game industry. You can hate Palworld for being uninspired, but don't let it distract you from the real issue. Nintendo is very likely leveraging patent and law to shut down a viable market alternative This has a very dangerous precedent that could threaten large swaths of the industry, from big games to the small indies we enjoy on Switch. This is a dangerous move. If you don't know about video game patents, I highly encourage that you see a few videos on them. They have some useful applications, but patent abuse has been an issue summed up very well by Veilguard. I don't know a ton about the news, but this fits the MO. It fits the MO of Nintendo and a lot of large corporations. They like to, obviously a lot of them do come up with unique ideas, but how much more unique can we get technology, guys? How much more unique can we get gameplay mechanics and features? There's been so much done already that trying to claim things now as individually inspired and created by a sole entity is fucking bonkers. Because everything in creation, in the industry of entertainment, video games, etc., has always, each person involved in that process, been inspired and learned from somebody else. It's like, okay, well, Nintendo, where did you come up with your ideas? Who did a handheld before Nintendo? Who did a handheld console before Nintendo? Was Nintendo the first ever company to think of doing a handheld? Let's type it in. The Milton Bradley Microvision. Now, should the Milton Bradley Microvision sue Nintendo to the fucking ground? I wonder. So it's hugely hypocritical of Nintendo to do this. I love their games. A lot of their games I very much enjoy. They make beautiful games, but I do not enjoy this corporate side of Nintendo. If I'm reading this correctly, here's the Nintendo patent from 2021 for a video game character throwing an item to catch a monster while out in the field. Throwing a ball to catch something. Interesting. So this, I don't think they're solely patenting this. They might be patenting more along this line where it's a process. So it's the whole entire process of encountering, catching, and making decisions as you catch them. And this whole catch failure rate and catch success rate, which, in Palworld is pretty similar. I would say that it's kind of like, how much can this be abused? If it's someone throwing something at something to catch something, are we going to be getting mad at games where you have a piece of meat, you throw it at an animal, the animal eats it, and now it belongs to you? Which is kind of like where I think the whole Pokemon catch ball thing came from, right? Because you'd use lures. They had in the first Pokemon, they had the jungle, and you'd go through the safari and you would use like food. You would use food and other things to put the Pokemon in a position where you can catch them with a ball. But if we were to, let's say, dial it back before Pokeballs and Pokemon, maybe that's what they did with the Pokemon. Which came first, the Pokeball or the Pokemon? I think the Pokemon. So how did they catch Pokemon long ago? Well, they'd become friends with them. They'd befriend them with things to eat and whatnot. Same as like how you would tame a certain wild animal over time, So basically, Pokemon is inspired from real life. I just find it just weird, man. I just find it so weird. It definitely looks like they're shutting down any potential competitor that could, put a dent in Nintendo. Nintendo fans, no, only Nintendo can bake cakes. This is not fair. Yeah, that's kind of it. That sums it up literally pretty well. Palword Discord in a nutshell. Hey, my game is similar to yours. Yeah, let's call them soul-likes. Hey, my game is similar to yours. Yeah, let's call them auto shooters. Palword. Hey, my game. Vtuber cheating drama. I've been waiting to talk about these. This is some murky stuff, folks. Okay, there's a link in the description if you want to read everything that I'm going through today. However, I have read this myself, and I would say this is a perfect example of a mutually toxic relationship of two very incompatible people that each have their own mental illnesses, demons, whatever you want to call them, man. And it's like, whoo, man, they're just throwing their baggage at each other, man. They're just flinging those bags, looking for a KO to the dome. Cheats on husband who was on military deployment, man. Just that sentence alone, like, it's like, oh gosh, come on. The thing is, I think the reason why this hits home so much, that sentence, and why this went so mega viral, is because a lot of the guys, whether they go on military deployment or not, they leave the house for long hours of time. And they have to trust that their wife is, being a good wife at home. Being a good wife at home. Whatever she's doing, is she working remote? Is she going out to work, or is she full-time, part-time? Whatever situation is going on. When a man is away from his woman, he needs to feel like secure, and vice versa. The woman needs to feel secure that each person isn't doing something fucked up. So like when you read that sentence, it's like, oh boy, a lot of men can relate to that fear and worry, because I think it's only natural when you love someone, you instantly create the fear of losing it. Very often people who become apathetic towards love or asexual, it's primarily, in my opinion, due to, you know, fear of losing something you love, because you don't really start fearing losing something until you actually really love it. Women after cheating. My husband boyfriend was abusive. Actually, I didn't want to do it. Sorry, uwu, it won't happen again. Uwu fits with the VTuber persona very well. Wow, this stuff is like, no, it's not every woman. There's a lot of, look, this is obviously, you know, targeting a very specific range of women. If you read this and you think it's all women, then it's like, damn, dude, you're never going to end up with anybody, because you'll just doubt them before you're with them. However, you have to be careful. These days, very careful, folks, very careful. So initially when this post got up, there was a bunch of other VTubers that are essentially in this little group thing, content creator for VSocial. So it's just like this big VTuber kind of group, right? All of them, just the second she posted this, crowded around her and created this bubble of likes. And Twitter penetrated through it, absolutely fucking ratioed the shit out of them. You can convince yourself you're a victim in every single situation if you surround yourself with the people that will feed you and listen to all your if situations where you did suffer, ignore where you contributed to those situations or you hurt someone else, and just basically pat your head and say, there, it's all better, fuck him. But yeah, there they are. I'm so proud of you. It feels so ChatGPT. You're strong, you're the strongest. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? The online world is so fucking split, dude. It's so split because everyone who's tweeting everything right here 100% believes everything they're saying. Otherwise, why the fuck would you make it public? It's a crazy interaction. I think what makes this interesting to me is just the polar opposite views. Is it me, or men and women online, especially young men and women online, think completely different? You can give them the exact same situation and they will agree maybe on one detail out of 100. It's nuts. Coming home from the military. Oh, the heartbeat sensor. Oh, the heartbeat sensor. There's someone in the closet. Oh God, this is heartbreaking. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Anyone defending her be like, I love NTR. Yeah, look guys, no glint terrorizer reacts. We gotta sell those t-shirts. Who's down? Who's down? Odd Twitter account story. Yes. So what I'm hearing is this Twitter account that would pretend to be God, but then obviously use it to mock God and Christianity specifically, and just obviously speak and espouse mainly things contrary to Christianity. I don't know how sad your life has to be to do that. Like, if I wasn't Christian, why the fuck would I care? You know, I would have my own Twitter account and do my own thing. You know what I mean? It's like, who hurt you? So now that account got exposed for being a, or maybe we should call him a Pablo. So that way we don't have to censor it. He got exposed for being a Pablo. Changed his name to chair tweeting. There they are. They're a chair now. So he changed his name, right? Locked his account. Apparently the original God account was trying to defend the fact that he followed an excessive amount of going as far as calling one of the accounts a DPriv, which I've now learned to stands for deep private account. An account used solely for, He also claims a Minecrafter can have hypersexuality, which, if that's not bad enough, pictures attached, Twitter's wicked, y'all exposed. Oh boy. Why are you following a year-old's private account with NSFW mentions? Hey buddy, that's called a DPriv, and exposing it to the world is a fudged up beyond belief. You are a horrible person. Also, they have hypersexual. Okay. I have read very quickly and briefly this guy's defense. Now, this guy here, he's now on the chair account, right? He posted his defense there. Feel free to read it. You can go ahead. I just skimmed through it, and he's basically 18 now. So, you know, I don't think these type of accounts should exist on Twitter, period. If you are under 18 and you have NSFW in your bio, it should be an instant ban. It should be an instant ban. Stop this. He posts this tweet here, right? He gets a reply. I care about clowning on like you. Then clown on every single other on the replies. Y'all are defending every single other. That's so good. That's like the Tommy Innit when he said there's less. Oh, love it, dude. Oh, this is repost. You do not care about hypersarcasm. You do not care about my well-being. You only care to expose someone and risk my security and safety to prove it. You're all racist bigots who once again do not care about well-being. You only care about taking someone down. And hypersexuality is a form of trauma response. I can't control it. What the fuck is that sentence? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, maybe you should get therapy for the trauma instead of using it as a reason to be hypersexual. So you can just get therapy for the trauma. Because that child actually makes a response, the weird thing is going as far to leak someone's deep priv. You anti-hero expose the weirdo. You actively put someone at risk on caring, and you only want clout. You only want clout. Yet in your reply, Mr. Now Chair guy, you brought up your clout. What's your clout? You would, how many, 15K people following you? You think that's fucking clout? You think people actually want clout from you? This guy is deranged. This guy is not in reality. He's just not. He thinks 15K followers on Twitter is clout worthy. Execution style. Whoa, guys, I hit 15K followers. Now people are gonna come at me. It's like, people can only come at you if there's something to go at. Thirst posting over furry stuff on the same account? How are you doing this? You can't have a god account that's clearly trying to be like, this is a mockery, dude. This is a straight mockery, dude. This guy would be killed in the Middle East. If this was a Muhammad account in the Middle East, he'd be dead. Just be happy he's in the West mocking Christianity. Dude, you gotta be kidding me right now. You can't be thirsting for 40s on that account, dude. What the fuck? Honestly, good riddance, bro. Good riddance. Hey, bro, wanna collab? Rope tweeting. Replying to chair tweeting. Oh dear, dude. You noose, you lose. Oh dear. I spoke extensively with someone who worked at Concord, and it's so much worse than you think. It was internally referred to as the future of PlayStation with Star Wars-like potential and a dev culture of toxic positivity. Whatever the fuck. We got toxic negativity and we've got toxic positivity, man. What about toxic neutrality? There is toxic neutrality. I remember seeing a poster that was silence is violence. I was like, what? Halted any negative feedback, making it cost 400 million. There's no way Concord cost 400 million. The credits are over an hour long. The credits of all the people that worked on it, over an hour long. That is nuts. That is insane. And I believe other credits for games such as Rockstar games cost a lot of money. I think 30 minutes was Red Dead Redemption 2. 30 minutes. Whoo, damn. This was reposted by the studio team director. No battle pass, folks. You own Concord. Concord doesn't own you. Oh my gosh. Mark the Ritter. Oh, he's the gameplay animation director. He still has it pinned. Unpin it, dude. Unpin it, Mark. Unpin it. This guy is fucking incredibly talented. Look at this gun he made in Concord. Look at that gun. It's so cool. Concord had potential. It had potential. When I think back on it, I was like, huh? Why did it get shut down? Sure, it got shit on, but like the numbers aren't there. The numbers aren't there, but damn. We've got to follow up to last week's Diddy arrest, guys. Diddy did it. And Diddy's gonna be done. So this is him getting arrested. Watch this. Check this out. That's him over there. Hey, sir, we'd like to have a talk. Oh, they caught him at the perfect time. That was sniped beautifully by those two guys in the white t-shirts. And the rest of them are like, shit, he gone. That's it. Our gravy train is done. I'm gonna have to get a real fucking job. I can't just hang around P. Diddy and milk off his bank account. Damn, dude, we're seeing history right here. TMZ with another leak. There it is. That's it. That's it. Oh, the hands behind the back and everything. He's not walking like an old man. He's not an old man. Those are handcuffs. And he's gone. Life catches up with you fast. I do remember saying to Brian when P. Diddy did the whole apology thing and he brought up God. I was like, look, man, you can bring up God all you want, all well and good. Yeah, sure, you believe in God and you're not going to do it again. Great. But that doesn't just erase everything you've done wrong in the world and the ramifications of it. Wow, they walked up to P. Diddy like, sorry, you're coming with me. Oh, crazy. Diddy has been reportedly placed on watch while awaiting trial. Yeah. He's connected to a lot of people, guys. Connected, there's like secret tapes. I'm way deep into this because I've been on Twitter. All right, I've been on Twitter lately. I installed it back in my phone. You can tell when I start arguing with people. Twitter's on my phone. I don't argue from my computer. I just do my work. But if I'm taking a shit, yeah, I guess I'll argue with someone on Twitter. Shouldn't do that. But I know way too much about this situation that I should not know and that we probably can't even show. But basically, there's like an alleged moment where Justin Bieber's involved and he's done some stuff. And there's like this weird video with him. And like, I think it's Trey Songz and some other guy. And it's like a little sus. It's a little sus. It's kind of like, what's going on here? Can't show that. But it just shows the rabbit hole of Hollywood is crazy. Ashton Kutcher's been involved in it. He was like, yeah, Diddy Patty are weird. Now, guys, let me explain something to you. Hollywood is weird, period. Publicly. Hollywood is weird. Okay, everybody knows that. Imagine how weird something has to be in Hollywood for someone to publicly say it's weird. That means it's weird. It's not normal weird. It's weirder beyond belief. This is like black rapper Jeffrey Epstein shit. And I don't want him to die. I want this to all be something that doesn't just get buried and people bring up every so often, but ultimately move on. This needs to be unearthed in the big time. Oh, the clips are crazy.
Okay, now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right, just
Plurals.
different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah,
rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning. No. Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you doing?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Confirmed, Conan, normal guy. P. Diddy, not normal guy. Not normal guy, dude. He was holding big-ass parties with no aircon, just everyone drunk and hot as fuck. It's like, what? This guy was completely manipulating people before they even came into the room, into the house. Hey, by the way, you're already pretty sweaty. You might as well take your clothes off and enter a room that I can lock. That's what I took from this. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man, Hollywood, it's all the same thing.
Yeah, I have an island.
Oh, another island. Diddy Island. Diddy Island. Look at that.
Inspirational motivation and uses only. You know what I'm saying? You don't know a lot of black men that come from the hood that got an island. I got an island. It's called Love Island. So when I took you to Love Island, and then you realize that, you know, the plane landed, and then we had to float to another island. What was going through your head when we were going there?
I was like, I'm gonna go to war by this man.
What was your favorite time that I took you off the grid?
Off the grid. So he took bunch of women on a plane. I'm sure it's not just one. You don't buy an island, name it Love Island, if you just want one woman there. Then just get married to her, live at home, and be normal. No. This is something he had big plans with. All right. So he bought an island, named it Love Island. Flew women there. The woman responded that she was going to war, whatever the fuck that means. But then off the grid, so it's like, huh? Like, whatever happened on that island was 100% worse than anything that happened, on mainland California. Insidious. Look at the fucking hair. The hair is great. I love the hair. I love it. Epstein from hell, watching how all the memes are now about Diddy. Yeah, there's your 5 minutes of fame gone, man. Oh, that's so good. Banned words. Diddy party. Skibbity toilet, mewing, Ohio, brain rot, Riz, gyat, Diddy again, gooning, beta, omega, sigma, alpha. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, it sums it up well, folks. Sums it up pretty damn well. Kamela and guns.
I have questions about the verdict, and the verdict really speaks for itself. As many of you know, I've spent a majority of my career working to make the criminal justice system more equitable, and clearly there's a lot more work to do. Thanks.
Madam Vice President, people are calling it systemic.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
my staff will deal with that later.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what to say about politics when Brian isn't around. What do I say? First, she responded to the court conclusion on the Rittenhouse stuff and was, insinuating it might not have been the right decision. And, lo and behold, a few years later, she's on Oprah saying, I have the right to defend my house. It's interesting. It's interesting that I'm not even going to get into the Rittenhouse stuff. That's for me, 3 years ago, pandemic, it feels like 10 years. You know what I mean? However, Kamala Harris, this makes me like Kamala Harris more. But I feel like this is the kind of real Kamala Harris that kind of just the mask fell off for a millisecond. But the Kamala Harris politician you'll hear is like, hey, we got to get rid of these guns and that guns and go on about this and that. With politicians, I feel like, and like with YouTubers, etc., there's like two people. There's the person that they show to the public, and it's the person who they are private. I think a lot of politicians don't one of the biggest issues I have with politicians personally, and why I never voted in my life and might never ever, is because I feel like who is being shown to me isn't the person that actually is who they are. So I feel like I'm voting for a fake version of them. This is what Brian and I found out about Kamala Harris when we recorded the TNN last week. And you guys shit on Brian for, being biased or whatever, which is okay. I'm biased, he's biased. That's kind of like, we're biases in different ways. That's what I think makes it interesting, TNN, especially when we cover political stuff. She was born in California, and when she was 12, she moved to Quebec and pretty much stayed there from Montreal High School, 1981. And so then she returned to the US. They attended Howard University, got the law degree, all that jazz, right? So basically, when I showed Brian this, I was like, hey, how plausible do you think that accent is? Brian's like, oh, Brian got it after he realized she moved to Canada at 12 and pretty much stayed there 12 onwards. She's not going to retain an accent like that in the same way that, let's say, Brian and I, we're born and raised in Ireland. He's, in America, of course. And so it's not the same kind of thing if we put ourselves into her shoes when our shoes have been in different places, different places. Brian actually changed his mind a little bit, and maybe not completely, but on that particular subject of this accent stuff, Brian changed his mind. But that wasn't in the video, so you guys absolutely ripped him a new one. You gotta be a little nicer to Brian, guys. He has feelings,
I love you back.
kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, who's the real Kamala Harris, man? The well-awaited podcast, one of the greatest podcasts of this century. Joe Rogan, move aside, please. The Talk Tuah episode 1 has come out, and they've broken it down, folks, so we don't have to watch all of it. Talk Tuah episode 1 notes. Talk Tuah is pronounced Octu. She said the first Thanksgiving was in 1900s. Botox attracts. The Hawk Tuah girl is deemed the ghetto Dolly Parton. Whitney Cummings boobs her fake. Kangaroos are the Jake Pauls of Australia. Botox for guys is called Brotox. That's funny. I like that. Wine makes the Hawk Tuah girl want to have a couch. Harley is the Hawk Tuah girl's evil alter ego. The Hawk Tuah girl owns an animal shelter. Weird, random. Haley Cummings has gotten her ear bitten off. American is a pubic wig. Hawk Tuah girl on that thing. Hawk Tuah girl is a Kanye fan. Dude, someone took notes. That's gold. What else we got from this fine thing? Now I wish Brian was here. It's Formula One, dude. He likes Formula One. Oh, another guest. Oh, I love this. I love it. I love it. Ooh, that was good. Oh my God. This is how Twitter feels towards Hawk Tuah, dude. To be fair, she's kept it going long. I respect it. I respect it. It actually did quite well. And they got an ad in the beginning. They got a paid promotion. It's a gambling. I thought it was like better help. Gambling, a different better. Gamble better. Well, not surprised they took a gambling thing. Not surprised. The money in that is crazy. 43,000 dislikes, 27,000 likes. Hey, look, a lot of those dislikes will be gone by part 2. Let's see. Let's see how part 2 did. A lot of dislikes went down, but also a lot of likes did. And a lot of views.
So a shirt is when you have a fat and your decides to take a bite out of your shirt. That's exactly what a shirt is. And don't act like you haven't ever had one. Or
I've never seen that before. Actually, I've never.
You're the first. Well, hell, it's better than a camel toe.
It's basically the same thing. I think it's worse.
What the hell did I just hear? So if you guys didn't know, I secretly collect for TNN. It's why I usually know a lot more about the topics than Brian, and sometimes I read and explain them, and then Brian gives his opinion, which is all good. We like that. Brian's the normal guy here, okay? I'm a fucking weirdo. So I send my research to our Indian researcher, Jim, and he compiles it, collects it, and then it goes to another ringer, and then it's all good. It gets to us nice and clean. We're ready to talk. So this is what we've got. The police after raiding Diddy's home. Now, no stars for guessing what those are. Hit the end of the video, like, subscribe, and all the good stuff.